This is my morning talk show, but it's at night because I have to record it tonight so it can play first thing in the morning. Tilly's with me, and she sleeps a lot, but I let her outside and she runs. But we had snow last night, so she doesn't like the snow much, I don't think. So she just kind of does her business and comes back in fast. And she's sniffing everything because everything's new to her. And I've been giving her too many treats, I think. We had some pork chops the other night, and my husband cooked them. And they were good enough, except I think they were kind of freezer burned. So they weren't very good. So I cut them in little pieces and put them in my freezer because I knew I was going to have Tilly, and then I could get her out and give pieces to her for treats. So now she's not eating her food because I've given her too many treats. No, Tilly, she loves eyelashes or something. We don't get it. Her sister, Kinsey, she's in Arizona now, but she thought it was that she loves the smell of mascara. But I don't know what it is. She just loves to get right in your eyeball and smell. Do eyes smell? I don't know. Never heard of it before. I haven't Googled it. Maybe I should. But, okay, Tilly, go to sleep. It's just like when I used to babysit and with my own children. The whole day I'm just hoping they'll go to sleep and take a nap. So then I don't have to worry. Yeah, do not lick my face. I got to teach her. She's like 3 years old, or maybe 4 or 5. I don't remember how old she is. I ask Trevor every time. No, you're not getting up there. All right. Now, I wrote a few notes what I want to talk about. It's really weird for me because my whole family's gone. Well, my oldest son, Chad, he's still in town with his married, grown kids. But they don't pay much attention to me because they all work and they all have their own little families. And my best friends, Macy, Brindley, and Credence, they are gone on the vacation trip. And so Hillary and all her family, they're flying to Puerto Rico. I've never even been there. I've been to Puerto Vallarta, but not Puerto Rico. I think they're a little different. And it's just really weird to think about. Hillary and Trevor are not in town. I can't call them. I can't go see them. And if I need them, they're gone. At least Trevor is in southern Utah. They took their Razor and 2 4-wheelers. And so they're going to go do all of the red cliffs and the red rocks in southern Utah and have a great time down there. And they've rented probably an Airbnb or something. I don't know. I texted him today and told him, we had snow last night and today and rain and it's miserable. Okay, now I'm a little worried when we go traveling in our RV, which is going to be in April. As soon as we sign our trust papers and that's all settled with the attorneys, we're going to go on a trip. So I'm hoping it's like during, like the first week of April sometime. So I won't be having any Temu hauls then because I won't be getting my mail unless I have it sent to my sister in Oregon, which is stupid because if I needed something like, your medication or something, but just for a Temu order, I'm not going to do that. So I want you all to still watch me on my RV trip. It's not a big RV. It's a camper RV. And we love it because we can ride through the towns easily because it's little and it gets better gas mileage being a camper on a Ford truck. I think it's a Ford Cassie, engine and stuff. And we don't cook fancy in an RV. We kind of buy food. It has refrigerator in there and everything. So we buy food and keep it in the fridge and warm it up. And I bought this thing from Temu that you plug into the cigarette lighter, whatever that's called. whatever that plug's called, I don't know. And it warms up the food. So like if I have a pizza for lunch, I can put the pizza in there, and by dinner time, it keeps it warm till dinner. And it's wonderful. So I'll be taking that. That's like if we camp at Walmart. Now our RV is pretty good. It can run on electricity, propane, and we have solar lights. So, and we do fine in it. It's so fun. I just love it. So I'm going to be recording the scenery along the way and driving. The only bad part about it is radio, the sound system in it. Horrible, because it's louder than a car. And the radio, you turn it on and, you plug it to your other things and stuff, your phone or whatever. But it's horrible. The speakers or something in it, so then I listen to iPods. I download them. Is that what they're called? I download things and listen to them in my ear. Now, Jamie likes it completely quiet. And if he's not feeling too well, then I'm going to do most of the driving and let him sleep in the back. So I'm going to tell you a few stories about the RV. When we went to Florida, these glasses look, they're so low that it's like you see more down here than you do my eyeballs. I'm going to get a different pair. I don't like how those are. See what these are my green ones. Yeah, they're round. They're huge. They don't look much better. My sister gets contacts, and she says that glasses she doesn't like. I like glasses because I like hiding behind them. Okay, we went. I was going to tell you some RV stories. My main one, what was it I was going to tell first. I didn't write this down. Well, we had one where we were going by Chicago, and it was a huge, lanes, a lot of lanes by Chicago because we're going to Michigan. So you had to go through Chicago. Well, I was asleep, so I didn't see it. But evidently, there was a dead deer on the highway, the freeway, and Jamie gets over because no one was in that lane. Well, it was because everyone saw that dead deer up ahead. They got over. Well, Jamie gets in it, and sure enough, he runs over it. Well, I woke up with my head bumping on the top, kind of, what was that? And then it sounded like the whole bottom of the van was dragging. And, that's your plumbing, your sewer, your everything's under there. So we were really worried, but he couldn't pull over right then. So we just had to keep going until he could find a place to pull over. And it was, sure enough, the sink drain thing was dragging. It sounded like the whole bottom was dragging, but it was just that. And so I had some little bungee cords. I try to be prepared and have everything in there that I need because I could think of things like this happening. And, he doesn't do that. Like I say, did you put a flashlight in there? No, we didn't need one. Yeah, my dad always had a flashlight in the car every time we went someplace. A raincoat, all those things that you might need if you break down. So he bungee corded it up to the thing. And then we were able to go make it to my son's. And then they fixed it the next day. Tyson, he's real good at that. So then we left Tyson's and we're going down this other road. And my dream was always to be like in I Love Lucy, the long, long trailer. I'm going to cook our lunch while we're driving. Okay. And I could go to the bathroom. We don't have to stop. I can just get up and go to the bathroom. So I always had these fantasies in an RV. We could do all that. So I get up to go to the bathroom. And this is outside of Michigan, somewhere going on that one long stretch. I don't know what road it was. And so I about have my pants down to sit on the toilet. It has a real toilet, which I like. And Jamie slams on the brake. Yes, I went flying. Right smashed into the round console that's between the two front seats and hit my I have never been hurt physically that bad, feeling the pain of it. Now, I had my hip surgeries and I had, you know, maybe scrapes, and I never broke an arm or anything, but I thought I broke some. It hurt so bad. And like burning pain, and I just went right, it was my hip, so I went right back on the bed and just laid there, and I thought, I'm going to have surgery. I'm going to have my hip, ruin my new hips or whatever. So I learned, don't ever, ever think you're going to be like I Love Lucy, walking around in the van while he's driving. And if he does, if I do like get from the seat and go back to the bed, I make sure that there's no traffic in front of us, no curves, and I crawl on my hands and knees back there so I won't go flying. It's very dangerous. Okay, the other thing then, we got in a few wrecks. We always pray before we drive, so it could have been worse. So I think the prayer helped us. We only got in a few wrecks. One of them was, there was a wreck on the side of the road and the cop was over there in a U-Haul truck and everything. Well, we got way over like you're supposed to do. Jamie's driving. We had just gone to Wendy's and we each had a chili for lunch because, we want to eat light. We don't want anything heavy. We like to eat cheap too because, more money to spend on other things. So anyway, we each had our chili and we're going along there, and this lady was watching the wreck over there. So she slides over, keeps lane, and then goes right in front of us and stops, completely stops. Well, Jamie wasn't going that fast, but he put on the brakes. And of course, a heavy rig like ours doesn't just stop like a little car. And here we're sitting right up there, it has a little hood, but you're sitting right up there high, and I'm just slowing. We're not going to stop in time. And sure enough, smashed in her trunk. She had a little black car. It was, I don't know what it was. Anyway, it still drove. And so then we pulled over. But the problem was the chili, when we stopped abruptly, hit the car, both of our chilies went flying, and we had chili all over ourselves. Anyway, I said, Jamie, don't tell the cop we were eating chili while we were driving, because it really didn't have anything to do with it, because that lady just stopped right in front of us. But because we rear-ended her, our insurance had to pay. Our car didn't get hurt, the van didn't get hurt one bit, but hers did. So that was sad. I felt bad, but it was her fault. And our insurance paid, so that was good. That's why we have it, right? They're called accidents for a reason, and that's why we have insurance. So then another time, we got a flat tire when I'm driving. Of course, then Jamie blames it on me that we got a flat tire because Angela was driving. Well, it wasn't my fault. I was just driving in Nebraska on this country road. And so we pull over, and we have a spare tire and everything. But we had never taken it off the back. Well, whoever screwed it on was Hercules and screwed it so tight that we couldn't unscrew the spare tire. We had the flat tire off, but we couldn't get that spare tire off. And so Jamie, I said, well, I brought some tools, because he didn't bring any tools. The problem was my tools, guess where I got them? The Dollar Tree. So my tools were not strong enough to do anything as far as wrenching it and undoing that bolt and everything. Well, it was Sunday, and so there's nobody on, nothing's open and nobody's out there. So I called everybody, the cops, to see the highway patrol. There was a farm down the road. So I went down there, and they were milking cows. And I mean, when we had our ranch milking cows, we had tons of tools in the garage. So I said to the guy, do you have a wrench? He didn't speak English. He was from who knows where, maybe Mexico. Anyway, he didn't speak English, and I just trying to tell him about I need a wrench, try to do that in sign language. So then he said that the owner of the ranch went to church, and he wouldn't be home till 9. Well, I'm thinking we're in our RV. We could just sleep in the, no, but there's no traffic there, so we can just sleep on the side of the road in our RV until tomorrow. But Jamie finally got a hold of somebody, and they were on another call, a breakdown, and they said, we'll come as soon as we're done with this one. So I never did get any good tools from that ranch guy because we couldn't communicate together. And so the guy he didn't have to tow us or anything. He just had to use a tool to get the spare tire off. So we were able to do that and then go on our way. And then we went to the next big town the next day and went to a Walmart and bought new tires. Made sure, and Jamie bought a better jack to jack you up, because the one that they gave us with the van was really bad. So he bought a new one of those. So now we're set if it happens again. But it won't, because now we have new tires. The tires were so good on the van. They looked like they were like brand new, but they were really old because they never drove the van. When we bought it, it only had 78,000 miles on it. So they hadn't driven it very much with these new tires on. So anyway, we always have an adventure wherever we go, and it's really fun, and I love it. And my favorite thing is just to park at our relatives' yards and plug in. So we're going to go to my sister's in Brookings, Oregon, and then we're going to go to David, my brother's, and then we're going to go to Cameron, my son's, up by Salem. So that will be our round trip. And we take a couple of days driving there because there's no hurry. We're retired and we're tired, so we go slow. We have our own bed right there. So now I'm not much of a shopper when we go places because I have everything. And I know Tilly's snoring back here. She's sitting behind me and she's snoring, which makes me feel good because then when she snores, she won't hear me snore. We're both snoring logs when we're sleeping. There is only 7 days till the end of the month and 6 days until Easter. Now, what are you going to have for your Easter dinner? My family's all going to be gone. So, and then Chad's kids that are here always work on Sunday. So, Jamie and I might cook a ham, but I don't think we're going to do anything. I'm not going to do all the to-do things because it's just us. And when it's just two people, you don't want making all that food to eat for a week. So we're not going to do much for it. I'll put away my Easter stuff and get out the spring decorations, and that'll be in April while I'm waiting for us to go. So I told you about my Temu. I won't be doing Temu then. We will be traveling. So I'm going to have to title my channel Van Life. And we'll have morning and night show for the van life. But van life people get a lot of views. But I don't know if you people want to watch the Temu hauls, all the junk buying and everything, and the morning shows is going to want to watch van life. I might lose everybody. So subscribe now if you want to keep on and see my van life stories. I'm going to have to start watching van life so I know what people post about it. But I tend to kind of like to just do my own thing because usually I do what's in my mind and it's different than other people think because my mind is a little different. I think kind of different than other people. I don't want to do the whole norm of everyone else, what they do. The other thing, I want to send out a caution. Caution, caution, caution. I told one of my videos how we made the no-bake cookie dough that you just eat raw cookie dough. So I divided it. I gave them most of it, but I took a little hunk for me in a little baggie. And last night, laying in bed, I wanted a little treat and a little candy, and I didn't have any because, I'm not going to buy any because then I eat it. But I remembered to have that little cookie dough. I'll just eat half of it and save the other. No, I ate the whole thing, and it is luscious. It's so good. It has vanilla. You can taste the vanilla in it, and I put milk chocolate chips, not semi. If it was for me, I'd put semi, but for little kids, they don't really like dark chocolate. But I'm telling you, caution, warning, do not even look the recipe up. Don't ever make it. Because you know how sometimes the unbaked dough product is better than the baked thing. Have you found that out? I'm sorry, but I've been eating cookie dough, raw cookie dough for years with the eggs in it. I never died or got sick. Then I just, I'm trying not to go make it again. It's very easy, that KitchenAid, just the sugar, the brown sugar, the flour, it's very easy. So no, don't even look the recipe up. Don't tell me one more good recipe to make, because you could probably gain 10 pounds if you ate that for a few days. You would gain. The next thing is, I did what I should have done like months ago. I took a little running total here. I'm not going to show it too quickly, of what I spent in the month of March on Temu. Because, you can look up all your orders, and I wrote it all down, and I calculate, and I have 3 accounts. Now, I wrote it all down, and so, guess what? I should have been doing that months ago. I am ashamed of myself. Now, I got monetized and made a little money. After the 20th, they pay you. So I got a little, but I spent most of it on Temu. I don't want to do that again. So I'm going to be cutting down. Of course, I'll be gone on my trip, so that will take out a good 2 weeks of shopping. But I think we all need to take a step back. Because, I don't get any seeding money or sponsors or anything. Take a step back. And I think we need to get a little book or something, a memory book, I call them, and start writing down, not just thinking, it's on the phone, I know. I'm going to start writing down each order, starting April, and keep track. I'm recording, sweetie. Ari's here. They're here. You woke her up. Credence, say hi to the...
Oh, hi.
And Ari's here. She's a big girl. How old are you? 16? Yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to keep track because I'm not going to do that again. All right. Have a good evening.